Okay folks, I'm going to show you how to uncap a frame of honey. This frame, as you can see, is not fully laid out in honey, but what is capped has honey below it. Before you can extract it, you have to remove this capping, and therefore we're going to use a serrated knife. They also make heated wax knives to take that off, or you can use the uncapping fork. Sometimes you need the uncapping fork along with the knife. So to get started, what we're going to do is try and remove just the lid. The more you remove, the more the bees have to rebuild. So if you can take off just the lid, the bees are able to go right back to using these frames for the next honey flow, in which in this case I'm hoping will be goldenrod. What you can do is use the wood top bar as a guide and come right down it. Just open them all up. If they're not open, they won't extract. And you can come back with your uncapping fork and get the ones you didn't get. And you can see I'm basically just using the teeth of the fork to tear open any caps that I missed. Now, one thing I've noticed with this uncapping fork, if you push very hard at all, you just really destroy the cell walls, so don't push real hard. And flip it around, do the same on the other side. And into the extractor it goes. One thing I want to do though real quick is cut this bird comb off the bottom. And we simply keep going until we have the extractor full. Okay folks, I got the extractor full. All 9 positions are loaded. I'm going to place the lid on the extractor. I'm going to go ahead and get my bucket ready. I've already been extracting, as you can see, and so I've got the buckets already out here. This bucket's already half full. I'm going to go ahead and take my strainer, put it on top of the bucket, and I'm going to go ahead and open my honey gate. And at the same time, we're going to go ahead and turn on variable speed and start off with a slow setting. Now at this particular moment, there's a lot of weight in there that's spinning. So you wouldn't want to jump right into full speed. Start off slow, let it get some of that weight out of the comb. You hop right into full speed, you're liable to blow the comb out. Now we'll slowly start increasing the speed. On the variable speed setting, that is as fast as it will go. So as you can see, now that I've shut it off, all the honey has began to run down the inside of the extractor and is actually up to about here. It's recommended that you leave the honey gate open as you're extracting. That's why I mounted mine to the floor. It was starting to push the bucket around. It's easy enough to take a bolt out in the back and loosen the front too. And then at the end, tilt this forward to get the remaining honey. I have no problem with that versus trying to hold it. It didn't make sense. Okay, so we're going to repeat this process with the uncapping tank and the extractor. Some of the frames, depending on the type of extractor you have, will need flipped over. This particular extractor here has radial and tangential positions, the tangential position being the one that needs flipped over. So you just keep repeating until you get all of the honey extracted, and then from there you simply take the honey supers and set them at the very least 100 yards from your bee yard. Let the honeybees finish cleaning up all of your bee equipment that you use to extract, and let them make use of the resource versus just flushing it off with water and right down the drain. After all, this is their food source, so let them have at it. Within a day, usually, you can gather enough bees will find it to have completely cleaned up any remnants of sticky honey, and leaving you with dry wax, honeycomb, and they're a great help in that situation. So I also want to make note that I am using a food grade BPA free bucket for my honey. A 5-gallon bucket is 60 pounds of honey.